End result was half of the people that said that were your friends turned out not to be your friends. I don't talk to half of them. I only have like 2 friends now, like 2 real friends. The others are all fake and I don't talk to them. It's hard. Honestly, it's hard being a teen parent.
Come on, baby, come on. You got a feeling, cause I'm in the building, like, baby, come on.
Hello guys, what is up? Today we're not gonna be doing, you know, like a little, like, you know, like a challenge, you know, not gonna be doing competition, nothing like that. We're gonna be doing like a little story.
Story time! Basically of how we found out we were pregnant and how everybody else reacted towards us and about the whole pregnancy. If you guys don't know this, Josh and I are teen parents. I got pregnant with Jaden when I was 16 and I had him at the age 17.
I was 15 and when he was born I was 16. And now I'm 18.
And I'm 19. So basically we found out when I was like a month, right? And I just had like a gut feeling because I didn't get my period. And I remember I was at church and I was feeling like very nauseous. Like I kept like wanting to throw up, but I don't ever throw up. So I went to the bathroom and I tried throwing up, but I couldn't throw up. And then I told Josh, like, I messaged him and I was like, oh, I think I'm pregnant. So then afterwards we ended up getting pregnancy tests and we took one. And when we took it, like, she
didn't even know how to do it. Like she didn't know how to do it. So it didn't come out like, you know, perfect or anything. So then we had to like put it in a cup and then like she didn't know how to do it the first time.
And then when we saw it, said that I was like, what is it, like 4 weeks? Like I was a month. So then I was like, okay. And then I didn't tell anybody at first, but then I told one of my aunts. I'm not gonna say her name, but I told one of my aunts. And she said that she was going to be here for us and that she was going to take us to our first doctor's appointment. So she took us to our first doctor's appointment and there we saw a little tiny seed. And you could see him like dance, moving his head and everything, huh? Like jumping up and down.
Pretty much what he's doing right now. I don't know why he's just jumping up and down right now, but.
So I only told one person in my family and that was one aunt. And then I was about 3 months and I decided to tell.
No.
3 months and then that's when I decided to tell everybody. I was about 3 months and I didn't know how to tell because I really never lived with my parents. I always grew up living with my aunts and I lived with my aunt and then I decided I needed to tell her because I was already 3 months and I haven't gone to like the doctors or anything, so it was like time to tell her because I needed to go to the doctors and get all those appointments done. So I decided to write her a letter and I told her that I was very sorry and that I would make it up to her and I would just continue following my dreams. And basically right when I had told her that, she was like very, very upset and disappointed. And I guess I understand that you're going to be disappointed because you don't expect me to be a parent as, you know, being a teenager. So you want me to continue like going to high school. And I was a cheerleader at this time and continuing being in cheer and all this. So I gave it to her and then she came and she talked to me and she was basically telling me that I had to get an abortion or if not I would have to go to foster care or like a foster home because she wasn't my parent. So then I told her that I wouldn't get an abortion and that I was going to keep the baby. So then when that happened, she was like telling me to pack up my things because she was going to go drop me off. And my other aunt, the one I had told before, the very first aunt, she came and picked me up. And then I stayed for her for like 3 days. And this was, I remember, it was Christmas Eve because that day that I got kicked out, I ended up going with Josh. I stayed at his house, so then I went back to my aunt's house. And then my other aunt ended up apologizing and said that she would be there for me and that she was just going to be my support. But it wasn't really any support because I was basically like everybody in my house, including my siblings, they all ignored me and they just basically told me that I was dumb because I was having a baby at a young age, and everybody was just very disappointed and nobody spoke to me. So it was very awkward being at the house. And we went to go find out the gender of the baby. And that's when we put it everywhere on social media that we were expecting a baby boy. And this was when I was 3 months. And right away, when I was a cheerleader, so I didn't tell anybody. Nobody knew. Like only like 2 of my friends knew, and I was a flyer, so I was still stunting and everything. And right away, I guess all the cheerleaders ended up telling the coach, and the coach messaged me, "Oh, it was nice having you on the team for this amount of years. Hope everything goes well." So she basically kicked me off of the team. I didn't really have any time to tell her, so she kicked me off. And then after that, every time Josh and I would be in the hallways, all the cheerleaders just like ignored me, because I was like actually very, very close to them, and they all ignored me, and every time they passed by me, they would just look down and they wouldn't even speak to me. So I was like, okay, like I see where everybody stands now.
But it wasn't like, it was like, you know, there's actually like real, like Selena had like real, like, you know, cheerleader friends, like, you know, like it wasn't just like all of them, you know, some of them still actually talk to me today. Like it's not like,
I have very, like some of the cheerleaders I actually end up talking today, like they're like my best friends, and the other ones are just all fake. I'm gonna put it out, like most of them are all fake. And I had like, so everything was going by, and then most of the, like my stomach started growing and everything, and not a lot of the teachers knew. So once they found out, they would just look at me like, oh my gosh, like this girl is pregnant, like she's a freaking, I believe it was, yeah, she's a junior and she's pregnant, she's having a baby. So all the teachers would just look down and like not really talk to me. And I had this teacher that I was very close with, and I noticed that everything started changing because he didn't talk to me as much, and it was just awkward. Oh my goodness. So then I decided to send everybody like baby shower invitations because I wanted to be nice. So most of the people showed up, and once I sent everybody invitations, like that's when all the cheerleaders started talking to me again.
I know, like people were literally coming out like, oh, how come I didn't, like, oh, thanks for the invite and stuff, and they haven't talked to us in like a month or two, and then they come out, and people actually showed up. All of a sudden, you just want to start talking to us again, and you know, it's like weird.
And then I used to hang out with a group of friends, and during the pregnancy they were cool and everything, but there were also during the pregnancy they were cool and everything. I know I was like I was being a little left out, and they were acting toward like very different towards me, but then afterwards I was like, okay, this is cool. So then once I had Jaden, I noticed half of them stopped talking to me. I noticed that most of them became very fake. Like it just turned out to be different. Like the people you thought were your friends at the end are not even your friends, and they're like completely fake, and they act so like different towards you. And then so we had Jaden. My original due date was, I believe, June 23rd or 23rd or the 24th. And the last day of school for us was like June 21st or 20th. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make it through this and that, you know. And I ended up having him a week early. I had him June 14th. And I only had like less than a week of school left. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm not gonna be able to finish school. Like, I'm so sad. Like, this is gonna be my senior year, and I'm not even gonna be able to finish school. So I had a lot of projects due, and I like made sure to do them right after we got out of the hospital. And I turned everything in, and then I was able to go during the summer to take all my finals and everything, so which was pretty cool, you know. Some of the teachers were very supportive and really nice, and some of them were like rude. And so my aunt, the one I used to live with, for our baby shower, she basically told me that she wasn't gonna attend and she wasn't gonna throw me one because this wasn't something we should be able to celebrate. Like, it's disappointing. We shouldn't celebrate you having a baby. So Josh's family decided to throw me a baby shower, which is very nice. And when I was at the hospital, my aunt just had her friend drop me off, and I was there by myself until Joshua came. And then Joshua came, and she came to visit. She dropped off like a few things, and she came to see the baby, and then after that she left. And then she got upset that Joshua was staying at the hospital with me. I'm like, what do you expect? You know, he didn't stay at the hospital with me. He's the father of my baby. So we ended up going home, and my aunt didn't allow Joshua to sleep over the first night, and I was very upset. Like, I was sad because I needed help. It was the first night the baby was going to be home. I needed sleep, and I couldn't get any of that. So,
like, her aunt literally didn't let me over at all. Like after, like, she said, oh, you can't come until like this, like you can only come while the sun is out.
Yeah, like he was supposed to leave before 8. So she didn't want him being there like any later than 8.
And when the babies are like born, like it's good to have like skin to skin. So I would take off my shirt so I can like, you know, he can like start getting my smell and stuff like that. So he knows that I'm his dad. And then she would get mad because I would take off my shirt in there and stuff.
Yeah. She was just not supportive at all. And then I noticed that once I was moved to a different room because she didn't want Josh being there. She told me that he's only allowed to be in the living room, that he can't go in the room. So then I got like tired of it because it wasn't fair for him. He's the father of my son. So I decided that I needed to move out because it wasn't fair for neither of them. So then we moved out in November and we've been living with each other ever since. That is my story. So the end result was half of the people that said that were your friends turned out not to be your friends. I don't talk to half of them. I only have like 2 friends now, like 2 real friends. The others are all fake and I don't talk to them. It's hard. Honestly, it's hard being a teen parent. It's hard because we graduated high school and everything. We actually graduated on Jaden's first birthday. And it's hard because we have to work, we have to pay rent, but we also want to go to school, and it's going to be hard for us, you know, to do both at once, also when we have a baby. But I do plan going to school, like going back to school. It's just very hard to find time for it right now. And that's it. That's my side of the story. And then thank you guys for watching.